Hello everyone, today's yoga practice is going to be focused on opening up the chest and just opening ourselves up really for the new year and new ideas and new things to come. So go ahead and roll out your yoga mat if you have one. Let's go ahead and get started. Starting on all fours, make sure that your wrists are under your shoulders and your knees are right under your hips. And we're just going to go through a couple cat-cow poses, and we want to make sure that we're adding our breath with the pose. So when you do this, go ahead and inhale. Think of drawing across through your shoulder blades, making space here, and then drop the pelvis. You feel this anterior tilt, and we're looking forward. And then as you exhale, draw the tailbone down, really round out the spine, and even pull your head, tuck your chin in and pull your head in so you're nice and rounded out. Pressing through the fingertips, taking pressure out of your wrists. With your inhale, go ahead and reverse, go through that movement again. And then as you exhale, really exaggerate this, pressing through the palms, separating the shoulder blades, round out like an angry cat. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Good. We're going to go ahead and take a neutral spine here for a second. And now I really want to focus on stretching some of the muscles in the back. If you have rounded forward shoulders or even scapular winging, this can be from tight muscles in the back. So we're just going to go ahead and first protract the back. So what that means is we're going to press away from the ground, press through your palms, and so you're creating like this really good stretch through the upper back. So first do that. So protract through, press down through the palms, separate the shoulder blades, and then once you do that, I want you to start to push back into a extended child's pose. So press through the palms and come to a point where you can no longer, or you feel really, really good stretch through the upper back. Keeping that protraction through the upper back, you're going to feel a really good stretch here. And then go ahead and come forward and relax for a moment. Okay, so we're going to try that again, pressing through the palms and feeling this basically kind of like a round through your back. And once you feel that, you're in good position here, and then slowly sink your hips back as you take your caboose to the mat. You should feel a really good stretch through your back here. Now this is a really important and good exercise. If you feel when you raise your arms forward, you feel your shoulder pop kind of forward or back out of place, winging there. Or if you even feel like a lot of tension through your shoulders, this is a really good stretch just for your upper back. So one last time, let's do this 100% correct. So think about the quality of this stretch. So create that roundedness, and then keep driving through the palms as you press back. It's almost like you're screwing your hands into the floor, so you feel that really good stretch. And go ahead and release. Great job. Let's go ahead and activate the core muscles. So we're going to extend your left arm forward, and then you're going to go ahead and extend your right leg back. On an exhale, you're going to draw your knee to your elbow and hold, activating the core, and then go ahead and reach. Exhale as you draw your elbow to your knee. Inhale as you lift. Exhale, draw your elbow to your knee and lift. One more time there. Great job. Go ahead and switch. This time raise the right arm out in front of you, extend the left leg, and then you're going to draw your elbow to your knee and extend. Sync this movement with your breath. And one more time. And reach. Great job. Go ahead and take your hands back right under your shoulders, and then I want you to put your left hand right in the center of your mat. As you inhale, reach your right arm up towards the ceiling. As you exhale, I want you to weave that arm through to the other side, and then just keep your left arm right here next to you. If you want, you can scooch it above your head and feel a good stretch through the back of the shoulder. And go ahead and press yourself up, and let's switch sides. Take your right hand right under the chest. Inhale, lift the left fingertips up towards the sky this time. Exhale, weave it through. And your choice, take your right arm above your head or just leave it right at your side, whatever feels better for you. Getting a really good stretch through the back of the shoulders. And go ahead and press it forward. Excellent job. Let's go ahead and find plank on our knees and then just lower down right to our bellies. And we're gonna do some exercises to strengthen the back muscles. So we stretched them out, and now we're gonna do some strengthening exercises. So I want you to start with your head down, and make sure you're straight here. So you're not cocking your head up, and your thumbs are gonna point up. And when you do this exercise, I want you to think about squeezing your shoulder blades together and keeping your thumbs facing towards the sky. And then you're going to slowly lower back down. So you're going to squeeze the shoulder blades together, and then you're going to lower them right back down to the ground. Squeeze and hold, and lower back down. So a couple of reasons why we can have that rounded forward posture. It can be due to tight or weak muscles. It can be from having a tight chest, or even having tight muscles in the back, which pull your scap in different directions than what is normal and what should be happening. And so making sure that we stretch and strengthen is a really good thing for correcting postural issues and just becoming more aware of your movements. Excellent job. All right, let's go ahead and keep our right arm out to the side like a big T, and then we're just going to go ahead and bend the left leg and take your leg right back beside you, so you're going to feel a really good stretch for the chest. So one reason why I like this exercise for stretching out the chest and the shoulder is the ground kind of prevents your shoulder from rolling forward, and so you can feel a good stretch that way. Now, to decrease the intensity, you can always keep your left leg down on the ground instead of taking it all the way back to this point. But it's really up to you. And just use your breath to find the calm, find the stillness in the stretches. One more breath here. Great, let's go ahead and switch sides. So this time, extend your left arm, drop your shoulder right down into the ground, and then bend your left leg or right leg, and then drop it across your body. And when I'm doing this stretch, I have to sometimes remind myself to draw my shoulder blade down and back. That way I'll feel it a little bit more through the chest. All right, go ahead and round forwards. Back to our stomach. This time we're just going to open up the chest, open up through the neck. We're gonna just go into Sphinx pose. So we're pressing through the palms, dropping our shoulder blades away from our ears, and then we're gonna slowly lower right back down to center. Now eyes are gonna look forward through the whole movement. And then as you lower back down to the ground, think about extending. Think about the cushions between each vertebrae. Think about those expanding as you find length through this pose. Squeeze through your glutes, take your tailbone, curl it down, engage through the lower body as well. And then as you exhale, find length. One more time, just like that. All right, excellent job. We're gonna go ahead and power push up into plank. Let's go ahead and roll ourselves all the way down into downward dog. So one vertebrae at a time. And as you do that, I want you to think about that earlier position that we did. Taking your shoulder blades and pressing away from the ground so you create that protraction. And then let's go ahead and roll all the way back up. So one vertebrae at a time. And pressing through the palms, kind of screw driving your arms right into the ground. And then roll back one more time. Hips kick towards the sky. And then let's go ahead and roll back into plank, finding center, lowering yourself right back down to your stomach. And this time we're gonna prep for bow pose. So we're gonna squeeze our glutes, lifting our legs up off the ground, bending at the knees, taking your arms back to reach your feet. From here, you're gonna squeeze your glutes, lift your chest up off the ground, and really open up through the chest. So this one feels really good. Stretch to open up. And make sure you're still continuing to breathe, squeezing your inner thighs together. Eyes look forward. Try not to wrench your head up in any funky way. And breathe for 3, 2, 1. Excellent job. Release. A really good stretch. And as we open up through the chest, have this signify the change, your posture, how you show yourself, how you carry yourself actually dictates and has an effect on your emotions. So pulling your shoulders back, acting confident, walking with that open heart, it just takes your mind to a different place than if you're slouched over. Walking slouched over actually brings you more feelings of sadness and depression versus standing confident brings feelings of happiness and excitedness and openness. And so as we do this exercise, think about being open to new ideas, new opinions, new opportunities. All right, so let's go ahead, bending at the knees, take your hands, reach around for your feet, squeezing through the lower body and upper body, you find bow pose. And as you do this, I want you to continue to breathe. Lifting the thighs up off the mat. If this pose is too intense for you right now, you can always maintain Cobra or Sphinx pose. It's up to you. One more breath here. Excellent job. Release. Power push up into plank. Roll back one vertebrae at a time. Really great counter pose. And then once again, from the tailbone, curl it down, pressing through the palms, rolling one vertebrae at a time, finding length. Let's go ahead and roll back. Excellent job. This time, you decide, step or hop to the top of your mat. Now the opposite of being proud and open, I want you to curl up into a little ball. And you're gonna shed that little girl or boy that wants to hide and feel crumpled up. And we're gonna roll up one vertebrae at a time and then expand. So you're becoming a beautiful butterfly. Lift your arms up towards the sky. Take up some space with your arms. And then as you exhale, flat back, you're gonna shoot on back down. This time, inhale halfway up and lift, finding that length and using the length that you just created for this practice. Exhale, fold down. Once again, let's curl up into a little ball. And this is those feelings of sadness and fear and depression and anxiety. And here we're rolling up through the spine and we're shedding it. Exhale, reach up, finding length, drop those shoulder blades down, open up through the chest. This time, take your arms back behind your body, squeeze your shoulder blades together, and as you exhale, fold forward, release the fingertips, halfway up and look, finding length, exhale, forward fold. Last time, here you are, curled up in a little ball. If you need to add some sound effects, go ahead and do it. It makes it feel better sometimes. Here you are, groggy and maybe negative, pessimistic, whatever it is. You're expanding, you're finding your voice, you're finding the beautiful, you're finding the good in this situation. You're expanding, you're opening up through the chest, you're opening up through your body and through your mind. This time, switch. Weird finger, opposite hand goes on top, open up through the chest. Draw the shoulder blades down away from your ears. Feel that expansion, and then as you exhale, fold forward, finding length. And then this time we're gonna just take our arms right above our heads. Feel that nice stretch here. Exhale, release the fingertips. Inhale, halfway up and look, finding length. Exhale, forward fold. Excellent job. Take your hands, set it on the mat, step or hop into plank. Move through your vinyasa. And then this time we're gonna go ahead and hop our feet up to our hands. And we're gonna have a kneel at the front of our mat. And our last pose, going into camel. So I want to activate my quads, hamstrings, and glutes for this pose. So first, take your tailbone, curl it down, feel that tuck, engage the stomach, and I just want you to lean back and feel the energy here. So you're gonna feel a little shake. And then as you come up, release, relax for a second, and you're gonna do that again. So our body is working here. This is not a simple pose to get into, but I really want to make sure that we're activating through the lower body, through the core, so you're just not wrenching your back into this position to find this shape when it doesn't suit you. So one more time, feeling this stretch, this shake, this heat. Come back to your breath so you can find the strength to maintain it. And exhale, come back up. All right, we will start from our butt. So go ahead and take your hands back towards your feet. And we're gonna go ahead and press our hips up towards the front of the room. And as we do this, we're gonna come into camel pose. So once again, remember those muscles that we had to work to lower ourselves into that position. And I want you to think about squeezing your glutes here, pressing those hips forward, and then opening up through the chest. Return to your breath. One more breath here. Great. Go ahead and sink your hips down and take a moment here to rest. We're gonna do camel one more time, really opening up, accepting new beginnings, new thoughts, new ideas, and thinking about how you carry yourself, your posture, how that actually can change your perspective on your day and how you feel, your mood, how you interact with people. All right, this time from the knees. So we're gonna lower back into that position, and you can decide. Now, if you have blocks, this might be a good time to use them. If you don't have the flexibility to lower yourself all the way to your feet, then use blocks, use tools to help you. You can always set the blocks back behind you and then come into this pose. Now, remember, these poses and these shapes that we make should be suited for you. You should make them work with your body. So if you're feeling a lot of lower back pain here, don't continue putting yourself in that position. Make a change. Bring the ground up to you. Don't just try to do the same thing that works for me for you. We have different bodies, okay? So here we go. This time, engage, draw your tailbone down, drop your shoulders away from your ears, find that openness, and then find your breath once you've found a good shape that fits you. One more breath here. Excellent job. Squeeze through the glutes. Lift yourself up. And then let's go ahead and find a really great counter pose. It's extended child's pose. Drop your hips back, toes together, knees apart. And then just let yourself melt into this pose. You can take your head, rock it side to side, massaging your third eye, clearing your sinuses or stuffiness if you have head cold. And then we're just gonna go ahead and walk your hands back up right to your thighs. And we're gonna end here in this position. You can choose to take some extra time in chaturanga if you wish for meditative practice, or you can go ahead and finish here with me today. Thank you so much for taking the time to open yourself up, to take care of your body and listen to your physical needs. In addition, using this free space to let your mind come up and accept and be creative with new ideas and new things and new opportunities. Carry this out throughout your day. Be open to new experiences. Be open to a new suggestion. It's a new year, and it can be also the new you you want to be. Go ahead and bring your hands to your heart, and I hope you go about your day feeling blessed, feeling excited, feeling refreshed. Thank you so much. Namaste. If you enjoyed this workout today, make sure you click the subscribe button and then the little bell sign right next to it. That way you'll get notifications every single time I post a new workout. In addition, hit that like button and subscribe, and we will see you again